Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors in Winston, Chester. Glad you're here this Tuesday morning. We got a big show lined up with one of our special guests here. But first, let's get our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin Road and Highway 77. Good folks and good programs. It's as simple as that, and good students. So check them out. Our high today is going to be, let's see, 86 degrees. The low will be 77. I think that might be yours. That might be yours going off. So we just pay attention now. At a class disturbance, so just pay attention. Water temperature is going to be 87. It dropped down some. 87 water temperature. River readings now is Appalachian Cold Blunt down 3.7. And remember, our river reading brought to us by Mountain Dew. Take it outside with Mountain Dew. Now the Choctahatchee is a little over 3 foot and it's rising. All this rain we've had, and we've had a bunch of rain all over. So y'all know that. Be careful out there and look for your creeks and rivers to be rising. The tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. As I said yesterday, we're in neap tides the next couple of days, so the weekend looking good for a little bit of tidal flow. We're looking at just neap tides. Marine forecast, south-southwest at about 8. So take a look outside and all as far as what to expect in the weather. But if you see those thunderstorms coming up, we've had some really strong lightning in some areas. In some areas, we had a lot of heavy rain and no lightning. So you just have to sort of use your own judgment in those situations. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back and welcome to our guest, a familiar face here in the Panhandle Outdoors, Mr. Ronnie Groom.
Good morning, buddy.
Glad to have you, Ronnie.
Good to be here.
We'll get to see Ronnie a lot and all, but we got him back on TV every now and then, and always at good, opportune times, and we're at an opportune time right now.
We
but first,
about something.
How's the summer been?
Summer's been good. You know, we're getting over this storm, and things are looking up, and we're ready to go.
I know we talk about how resilient the folks in town are and in the whole Panhandle, and I know you were down there like the next day at C&G, seems like.
Next morning early, we were there, getting there, starting back.
Had some of the roof going on, but y'all rolling.
Had some water damage,
Yeah.
but we got everything up and going, and it's looking good.
Yeah.
We're strong.
Yeah. C&G Sporting Goods Store and Museum, but it's not a museum because that stuff's for sale. But it's some great stuff. Now, scalloping started this past weekend, and Gail and I and Bill and Donna and another friend of ours that we all went, had a great day on Friday, limited out, and it's just easy to do. And then Saturday was 10,995 people there, from what I hear, but I don't know. But scalloping is great this year, and you brought some good quality equipment to show folks.
Yeah, you know, if you're going to scallop out there, you need to be comfortable. And one of the most important things is your dive mask if you're diving. And you got to be sure this thing is comfortable and that it fits. And you can put it up to your face and suck in, and it should form a suction there, and that's comfortable. And make sure it's soft and pliable, because you want to be comfortable. You're going to have your head in this thing for a long time.
That's
normally.
exactly right. And see that wide right there? It makes you comfortable like that.
Yeah, you can get a good mask, and these aren't very expensive, really, and make your diving a lot more pleasant.
And the material is just stronger and softer, it seems like.
This is silicone.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's not a real expensive mask, but it's comfortable, and it's got an adjustable strap. Lasts you a while. And remember, keep it from fogging up, all you got to do is spit in them.
That's right.
Rinse it around, and that'll work.
People buy and spit now. You can buy it in a jar, but you usually only spit on something.
Yeah, we sell it stuff.
Yep,
you put in there.
I know.
But that always works. And you're going to need a snorkel.
Mm-hmm.
Snorkel makes it easy so you don't have to keep bobbing your head up. You can keep your eyes on the scallops.
That's right.
And here again, you want something that's silicone and comfortable, flexible, and that'll do a good job for you. And I saw that you have this bag right here. This is a scallop bag. Mm-hmm. Now, I'll tell you right off the bat, what I used to use was an onion sack. It'll work.
Yeah.
But these are stainless steel, and they'll hold you a limit of scallops, and they'll last you a long time. It's just makes it a little easier.
Yes, in fact, ours we got out. The only bad thing on your end is they last a long time. You don't have to replace them. Ours lasted a long time.
If you're like me, I'm going to lose it anyway. So
That's true.
And let's talk about one thing you got to have, And I don't know how we're going to get all this
There you go.
in here.
That shows it. That diving flag.
That's the flag, and it's got a float, and it's got a lid on the bottom, so you can just throw it out and it'll anchor. But that makes it really convenient. But you got to have that flag now. They'll write you a ticket if you don't have it. And you know, they're having the alligator hunts now.
Oh yeah, let's go to alligator, from scallops to alligators. Okay.
Scallops to alligators, and you know you can take them with spear guns, gigs, snatch hooks, just about any way. But you need to be careful doing that. But we carry some supplies for them. We carry the floats. You know, you got to have some kind of float after you.
So when you stick it and all, you want to identify.
Keep that bobbing around, you know. But we carry supplies for them, and let me see what else we got here. Oh, you can shoot them with a bow, and you put a reel on your bow. This is the reel right here. Put that on your bow, and you got a line here. And we carry the extra line, especially for alligators. It's a really strong line. But a reel will go on your bow, and you can use a crossbow. You can use the best thing really to use if you got an old recurve bow. They work real fine. You can use that thing and it works good, but you can use a compound or a crossbow, and makes it real easy, and it's really a lot of fun. Just be careful on if you're using bow fishing or alligators or whatever, check your laws. As, you know, some fish you can't shoot, some you can, so it's just a matter of knowing what you're doing.
That's right. What pound test line is that twine? Is it say it's a heavy duty?
At least 250.
Yeah. Now
No, it's 600 pounds.
600 pounds.
That'll hold an alligator.
That'll hold most gators around here.
That's 600-pound test line, but that's a lot of fun to go on gator hunts. They have them all the way up till November, and you can probably I'm pretty sure you can still apply for some, and in the end, a lot of times they have some left over. So if you're interested in it, call Game Fish and check with them, or look on the computer. You can look it up, and you're talking about something that's exciting, and that's gator hunting.
Goodness, yes. You're out there at nighttime, and it's you and the elements right there. You don't have a lot of backup, but you sort of know what you're doing. Have you gotten many reports so far of anybody doing much yet?
I haven't heard yet.
Still a little early?
It's just started, I think, and it's time to go.
I think I saw one this past weekend. Someone got over there in Apalachicola Bay, it looks like. But that's the only one I've seen, but they're just starting.
It's exciting. You know, I went years ago and got one that weighed about 1,000 pounds. And it's good meat on those things, and it's exciting. It's a fun thing to do, and it surprises me how many ways you can take them. They make it as easy as possible, and you don't have to have a fishing license either.
Okay.
So that's a good thing for people, and I highly recommend it.
You know, there were a lot of them to start with, then they became protected, and all of a sudden we had way too many, so they did open the season back up because there were so many of them out there. They're eating everything. I'm
hearing a lot now about people and their dogs. Don't let your dogs get close to the water down there.
That's true. Yep. Okay, let's take a quick break. We've got a lot more stuff to show you. Let's go ahead and take this break. Welcome back to Ronnie Groom. I want to say outdoorsman extraordinary. There you go. You think about Ronnie Groom, the experience this man's had, and brought so many good experiences for other people. And we always talk about back in the day. I can't let you come on here without talking about back in the day. Because you
good old days.
In the good old days, and you were the first one. We talked about it before, but started the diving to bring the air in. I used to have to go to Mobile to get the air, but we know those stories and all. But what about back in the day, the scallop population when you were young and all? Did you see many scallops out here?
Oh yeah, we got them right locally, you know, just around the island, Shell Island out there, and even in around up in the Cove and places like that, down Beach Drive, we used to have scallops.
A bunch of them. A bunch of them, yeah. What do you think happened to them?
I don't know. I don't think that there was not that many people scalloping back then. Of course, there's commercial boats back then, but it was really good, and we need them back. Yeah,
we do. And that's something we're talking about too. While we're on scallops, we'll go into some more stuff in a minute. But we were talking about before we came on the air. The FWC, the biologists and all, they've all proven that you can raise scallops.
You can replenish them.
You can replenish them. You can put them out there, and as popular, if you don't think it's popular, you fly over St. Joe Bay on Saturday during scallop season. It looks like that movie Jaws when all the boats are headed out.
It's amazing. You know, it's a great sport. It's fun, and it's good for the counties around it. It brings in lots of money. I mean, it's unbelievable.
It is. Well, here's my proposal. I'm going to throw this out, and you can take, I'm talking about Gulf County, Bay County. Why don't we take some of our Tourist Development Council, some of that money, because they just spend a ton of money, and take some of that money and help replenish the scallops in St. Joe Bay and St. Andrew Bay.
That's right.
That, and then also St. Joe, the city of St. Joe takes some of that boat ramp money they charge us and buy some scallops with it. That'd be good.
That'd be a good thing.
Okay, so
that would work.
I'm serious. I'm not joking about that now.
Yes,
Really,
yes.
some of us, because the money, the enjoyment the families have, the fun we have, how it helps our businesses. Buying this stuff and coming in here. I mean, they just it's incredible that Blue Water Outriggers and all here in Panama City, the CNG and all that, how people come in and get scallop stuff, and then they're going to eat here at the restaurants.
The economic impact would be tremendous.
Yeah, you can't get a campground, so they're going to start staying in motels and all.
That's right.
It's a win-win for everybody if we can do that.
We got people come from out of town, not just these local people at Scallop, from Georgia and everywhere. They come down.
I'll give you a barometer to judge it by. We scalloped on Friday, okay? Then Gail and I, my granddaughter had a volleyball match in Tallahassee, so I got to miss Saturday. So we got up like at 5:30 at Cape San Blas and drove to Tallahassee. Well, at 5:45, I rode by Presnell's. People were already putting in. I saw them. They were getting in. There was 5 cars and boats in line to go scalloping.
Yeah.
And then we counted the vehicles with boats on them from Presnell's to Weewall, and we were right around 50-something boats coming in from Weewall, that road coming that way. So I didn't count 98 coming in. So I had people tell me that's the most people I've ever seen.
And what good food to eat. I mean, scallops, man, you can't beat them. We got to cook them right, though. Don't overcook them.
Exactly right. And you catch them, clean them, and cook them. Just like that's what we did on Friday afternoon with Bill and Donna and Gail and I. And we just had a wonderful time. So anyway, so let's. What else you got now?
One last thought. I've always said that if I invite you over to my house to eat scallops, you're my very best friend.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
And we can't give them away. I used to give a bunch of them away because there's no limit, but now with a limit, there ain't many left. We eat most of them.
That's right. It doesn't take me long to eat
I know.
I brought this little pole gun in here. I've shown the larger ones before, but this is just a little small one. And if you're scalloping, this is a super little thing to have. If you see a flounder, you can stick it, and you just put your hand through it and swim along with it. But you shoot it. You can either just gig with it, or you can take and put your hand through here and run it up, and you get a propulsion right there.
If you get in the water, you're going to see something right away because. In fact, that's sold. I'm gonna buy that today. I'm coming down today to buy that one. I'm gonna get that today, seriously. Now, the key to this right here is short. Okay, those others they always sort of getting away if you're in this shallow water, which I am.
We've got them up to about 6 foot long.
Yeah.
And I at one time took a Goliath grouper one back when they were legal. That was about 150 pounds. So.
Yeah.
They are very effective. And the mullet, when you're scalloping, you're going to probably see a lot of mullet.
This is ideal for, they designed this for me.
That's right.
I know it. And look, it's got 5 prongs on it. Can you see that? 5 prongs. Okay.
And they make different type points for larger fish, barbs and so forth.
Okay, Gail, I'm going to buy you a nice present today. I like to buy things spontaneously. There you go, Gail. One of your favorite colors. And that's another thing on the bycatch about going, you see this flounder and the mullet and all swim by. So that's exciting. Okay, now we got gators and scallops. Okay, also it's late season. Mullet are starting to grow now a little bit, and people are starting to throw cast nets and all.
Oh yeah, we're getting people out there with the cast nets, and it's amazing how proficient some of my friends are with that thing.
Isn't that a thing of beauty to see somebody throw a big old net?
Just open up good.
Magic.
I could throw one fair, but sometimes it looked like a football instead of a circle, but I managed to catch it up to eat.
Yeah, I know it. And there's we have some old net makers still making them now.
Old Bert Gwaltney.
Bert's still making them.
Still making nets. He makes the best nets ever made.
Yeah. We got Bert Gwaltney and Bill McNeil.
Yeah.
And is that the only 2 old timers still left?
I'm sure there's some more doing it, but those old timers, they do a good job. They've had as much practice with it.
Seriously, we're talking about making a joke of a present and all, but seriously, if you have an outdoorsman and you really want to give them something special, get them a custom-made cast net.
That's right.
That's something special.
A good friend of mine, Paul Thrasher, he's an expert with the cast net.
Yes, he is.
And he keeps 1 or 2 nets brand new from Bert. You know, Bert makes them for him.
Mm-hmm.
And just in case Bert stops making them, he wants to be supplied.
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
put some in reserve.
That's true.
But some of these guys, just amazing what they can do with the cast net.
Mm-hmm. What else? Okay, we're going to take our final break and talk about what else is going on here in Panhandle and outdoors. So we'll be right back. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us this morning. That's a lot of y'all watching this afternoon on DVRs and YouTubes and all, but we're glad you're watching Panhandle Outdoors. We appreciate the viewership, and we appreciate our sponsors like Running Groom and C&G Sporting Goods. Fishing game time today brought to us by Blue Water, looking at 4:12 to 6:12 this morning, and this evening from 4:33 to 6:33. And we're talking about a lot of things of fishing and scalloping and all that. Let's sit in this segment and let's go to the woods.
Oh, yes.
Okay, because we're right around the corner. We're right around the corner from it, and tell us what's going on along that avenue.
Well, people are starting to get ready now. We're getting a lot of hunting business, and people are getting ready. People are starting to think about food plots, and they're putting their feeders up and getting them going, you know. So it's time to get ready because, you know, we got early duck season coming.
That's right.
And that's going to be here before you know it. And all of us are busy trying to get the woods straightened out.
I know, and that's the biggest struggle I've had personally, just getting back to our area and all. We're still not there, but we're going to have some help with David McGeach and his buddies. But anyway, we're going to let's talk about the food plots and all. What do you recommend? I know you've got some trophy deer in your lifetime. So what would you do?
There's a lot of good stuff out there, you know,
Okay.
Oats and wheat, just common stuff like that. And then you can buy a lot of exotic stuff that, you know, you can buy turnips and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so much into that now. I mean, people are really getting excited about food plots. And I recommend if you're like me, you got a little small food plot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a good idea to put a feeder on there too, and let that feeder go off in the morning, you know, 5:30, 6:30, you know.
Okay.
You get in your stand, and your feeder goes off, and that's an attractant, just the noise they make. And the thing about around here, most people, unless you've got a special place and you don't have bears, you've got to have hanging feeders.
Yeah.
I mean, you just put one on 3 legs, and unless you got a place there's no bears, you're going to have a problem.
And there's not many places left where there no bears.
Sir.
And
And they're migrating right on up north, too, I can tell you.
Yeah. We saw picture after picture and all. So do you have your feeder go off twice a day or once a day?
I let them go off twice a day. In
Okay.
the morning, but I wait till it's light enough I can see before they go off.
Okay.
I get in my stand early, you know. And the same way in the evening, get in your stand 2 or 3 o'clock, let it go off about 4 to 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And when that thing goes off, you know, if you got deer and you don't go in there too much, you're probably going to see some deer.
Okay, and what about, like I say, planting, just a combination, to me, I think a combination of
Yeah.
things, just a natural.
You know, you can plant a perennial thing that comes up and goes for 2 or 3 years if you can maintain it. Or you can get an annual and it just grows up. It's made for this just during the hunting season. And you can either plant year round, you can plant summer crops, because really deer need the nutrition in the summer.
Yes.
That's when they really need food plots. But most people plant to draw deer in to the hunting season.
Well, your salt blocks and all, do you do your mineral blocks, you do a lot of mineral blocks in your area?
Yeah, but probably be best with them in the summertime.
Just have them out there in the summer?
Yeah. But there's a lot you can do to attract them, you know, the way you handle the forest, take care of it, and right now it's just a problem getting the roads cleared.
I know, that's number one, and that's the challenge. And I know we got this book, your buddy did, did the book on deer hunting.
Yeah.
And what an awesome book. And but one thing, he's taken a bunch of trophy deer in his lifetime.
Yeah, it's Bob Shepard. And
Bob Shepard.
if you're new into hunting, I would really recommend you get this book by Bob Shepard. We used to use them in the bow schools and black powder schools. We use these principles, and it'll set you up 3 or 4 years ahead of where you start off green.
I agree. My son-in-law got into it, and he read that. That helped him a lot. He read that book, and that was his Bible he went by. And it was so important on scent and wind direction. And even if you hunted a long time, I read that book, and I said, it's really good information.
It's common sense.
Yes.
But hunting is not, you don't have to be an Indian to be a good hunter. You got good common sense.
You just got to be out there and understand what the wind is doing.
Right.
You got to understand your scent is strong.
That's right.
And their nose is strong.
A lot of times what we see on TV is kind of misleading, what to do and what not to do. And so I really recommend Bob's book. And
you have it down there, right?
We got them at the store now, yeah.
All right.
It's a good thing.
All right, we got about 2 minutes left. What would you recommend? Okay, this is mid-August, actually toward August the 20th, and we're about to wrap up August. September going to be right around the corner. What about your dove shoots? You got some dove shells and all that?
Oh yeah, we're all equipped. All our ammunition just about is brand new. We had a little water damage, so we closed out everything and ammunition and got brand new ammunition. And you got to have the steel for ducks, and we got the lead for squirrels and all that.
Right. And we'll be talking about dove season dates. I don't have them right here with me, but that's coming up right around the corner.
Yeah.
And I miss my dove shoots. I really love my dove shoots, and there just don't seem to be as many of them anymore as they used to go.
Yeah, if you're fortunate enough to have a place to go, there's nothing more fun than a good dove shooting and everybody get together that night and fry doves. That's
exactly right. So, well, Ronnie, we always appreciate you coming on. I'm going to run down later on today and pick that up, and I'll tell you what else I might get. I walk in there, I just start looking around. I literally feel like a little boy in the candy store. I don't know what to get next, but you got a great store down there.
We had a guy walked in one day and like this, and he said, I just want to pay my bill. Walk through the store.
I understand. You just want to pay the bill. And your gun selection is outstanding.
Oh, yeah, we've got a really good deal on guns.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. Ron, thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you later. See you in a couple of hours, okay? Thank y'all for watching Panhandle Outdoors. We do appreciate your viewership. You do something good today for your fellow man. You have a great day. Enjoy the outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.